Hello everybody, hi, my name is Rob and this is Rob's TV World. Um, if you're coming over here from my other channel, Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, thanks for joining me. Rob's TV World, this channel is going to be more stuff that doesn't have to do with collectibles as far as like baseball cards and auto, those kind of things. This is going to be more personal stuff like um, everyday carry kind of things, desk stuff, watches, concert reviews, lifestyle kind of stuff, as to where Old Style Classics baseball cards, which go over to my other channel and check that out if you're into collectibles. Got about 850 videos there. And tomorrow is a big day because today's December 2nd, 2025, on a Tuesday. I took today and tomorrow off before we get super busy next week. So I'm doing some videos, and I have a special video to do about this here watch. Um, but anyways, yeah, go check out Old Style Classics baseball cards. And now I've had Rob's TV World up for, who knows, over maybe up to 20 years. I just haven't really posted much on here because I used to post my concert videos and stuff on another channel or two that got taken down. But anyway, so this is going to be my lifestyle channel talking about concerts and other kind of stuff. And so, I'll be talking about this big boy that I got in the mail yesterday. So just to give you a little heads up on the kind of stuff that I'm going to do and stuff that I'm into, whether it be watches, rings, jewelry, cowboy hats and boots and all that, because born in Chicago, grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now I live in the Bay Area in California for about 15 years now. And so anywho, so this here is a Q Timex. It's kind of a 1970s throwback chronograph, excuse me. And some people don't like the Q, but I love it. It's a beautiful watch. It is quartz, that's why it's got the Q, and it unabashedly puts it up there because it does look like a Daytona, but they're not taking themselves too serious, and that is one of the best watches that have came out for under $300, like in the last for 4 years, and a lot of people love that Q reverse panda. And I did pick this up about 5 or 6 months ago, and I love it. I also have the Timex Marlin regular panda, and that's a beautiful watch too, and some other stuff. But then, lo and behold, I found out Timex is putting out their first Swiss-made automatic premium non-dress watch. They had the designer, what's his name? Anyhow, who they had a couple of those dress watches that came out, and these are beautiful, just beautiful watch. But anyway, so they put out this one in the Satina. I believe that's an S100. So Giorgio Galli for Timex designed these watches, but other than the precious metal like the titanium, this was like the first Timex that was going to be over $1,000 on this here bracelet. So this is the Timex Atelier. It's a diver, so it's called the M1 Marine. It's got the unidirectional, bezel, which is ceramic. Insert there, and the high gloss. So with the really nice crown guard there, makes it a little hard to do this because it is a screw down crown. But of course, when you go to the website to look at the instructions, it doesn't even tell you how to do that, so you kind of got to figure that out yourself, because it doesn't come with instructions in or a manual in the box. Why am I not showing you an unboxing? Because what's going on here? So anywho, I just wanted to do this video not about this particular watch, because I do want to do an episode about this watch or multiple episodes about this watch, but I have a problem. So a couple other people have had this problem too. The Satina, I believe it's SA100 movement. Now, it's solid movement. It's got 29 joules and everything. So it's supposed to be really good. Now, the one trade-off for getting this for $1,050 plus taxes and all that is, it is a Swiss-made movement, and it was assembled in Switzerland, so it qualifies as Swiss. And so, like the other galleys, Giorgio's were like Swiss movement watches. This is actual Swiss made. If you want to look down there, it says Swiss made. So that's why I wanted to get it. I'm a huge fan of Timex. I'm kind of like the I like the flex, but I kind of like the anti-flex. You know what I mean? I don't hate Rolex or anything, but I don't want a Rolex. It's not me. So I like that this is kind of a it's not just an homage. It's them putting their own kind of funny spin on it. So it's kind of like contrarian, you know. And I've always liked Timex, American brand. Of course, nothing's made in America anymore, but it's kind of like Jeep. I love Jeep. Try to support American products. But anyhow, so I did buy this because one, I wanted to have like one of the first ones of them having a Swiss-made watch, the first big, kind of like having the first Grand Seiko, I suppose, right? And beautiful watch. I love this watch. It's got super lume and everything. But somebody else I noticed had a problem where you'd be wearing it and it would just die. It's supposed to have a 36-hour power reserve. Now, I've never gotten that out of it. If anything, there's been times I wore this watch, and while I was wearing it, it died. Now, that's a problem because you're expecting like over a day's worth of reserve when you want to wear something different, So that was starting to bug me, but I could live with that. But now it has stopped multiple times when wearing it, 3 or 4 times, and I haven't been doing any heavy work or anything with it. I've been doing a lot of desk work the last month and a half that I've had this. I got this back in October, I believe. I ordered it on the 22nd. Took about a week or 2 to get here, and so I've been wearing it for about a month, and now for the last week it died because of this minute hand. So I wanted to go through this with you to see what kind of service and whatever we get from old Timex here. So I had reached out to him. Now, one of the problems is with Thanksgiving and everything, and my schedule at work, we've been working a lot of overtime. I don't get off till after 5, and I'm on the West Coast. They close at like 7 o'clock Eastern time. So by the time I'm getting off of work, 5, 6 at night here, they're already closed. So I did send them a message through the website. Now, Timex Atelier is their high-end brand that they're trying to start off, kind of like a Tudor or Grand Seiko or something like that. Just beautiful watch with that skeletonized everything, bracelet. It's got the bracelet that you can change out without any tools. It's got quick release, even though those are a pain in the butt because they wiggle around and it's hard to get a hold of. But anyhow, so as you can see, the other day, about a week and a half ago, it just wouldn't move. It just stopped, and I couldn't figure it out. I tried winding it. I thought it was just another one of those where it just stopped on its own. So what you have to do on this thing here is, I'm going to do that now. So I just wanted you guys to see, if you could tell, kind of what's going on. If you look at that minute hand, it looks like it's collapsed over. So if the minute hand's supposed to be like this, it's like this. And so I tried winding it and all that. That didn't work. And then I realized that it was either bent or fell off or somehow got under this bezel. You see the indices here are kind of like, if you look, they're floating on this inner metal ring right here. And so when you get to the dots, there's like a cutout here, and then the metal ring here is floating above this black ring, the black face here. So what it looks like is that the minute hand has bent over and worked its way under that metal ring, and it just stopped, because then once the second hand got to it, it stopped, and then of course the hour hand can't go any further. So we just want to see what kind of service we're going to get. So I did reach out to them. They said they would pass it along, because this is a big investment, over $1,000 watch. So what you got to do is you got to unscrew this here, and it's got a cool logo on there. I believe it stands for Waterbury Clock Timex. It's like a TWC on there. So anyways, if I speak too slow, people, just like on Old Style Classics baseball cards, you can speed up the video. Alright, so there it kind of came loose, right? Now normally you would just pull it out, right? So it's got two positions. So one, there is a ghost. So this movement is meant for a date, so there would be like a date, like the first, second, or third, but they don't use the date on this watch. It's just clean three-hand watch. So the movement has the function for that date wheel, so it's called a ghost date, and that's not being used. But anyway, so after you get it unscrewed, then you would normally twist it clockwise, and that would wind it, and then you pull it out again. Oh well, when it was in, if you went the other way, that would have changed the date. So you can hear it clicking trying to change the date, because I guess there's the wheel under that, it's just not exposed. And then you pull it out again, and that's how you adjust your time. So you can see my hour hand there wants to move, right? So let's get this hour hand. It'll go under that minute hand because it's pretty small. So we'll move this over here to around 3 o'clock. Now if you notice, normally when you're turning this, that minute hand should be moving. Well, the minute hand isn't moving, and that way, if you could see there, sorry about that, as you can see there, that minute indicator is not above, so that lollipop there is the second hand, but the minute hand, you should see that silver part above this silver inner ring, and it's not. So even if I wind it up a little bit, and shake it around, which normally get that second hand going, but I believe the second hand is now stuck on the minute hand. So the second hand won't move because the minute hand's stuck, or it's bent, or it's fallen off to some degree. And so now that's the situation. So I couldn't get a hold of them because of the holidays and my schedule. So I finally sent them an email, and somebody reached back out to me and said they will pass it up to the management, and they approved the process to get the warranty going, because I said I wanted a different one. I wanted an exchange. Well, like I said, I ordered this in late October, and I didn't get it till maybe beginning of November, around there. And they're saying, oh, it's been more than 30 days, so just an exchange. We'll have to look into that, and they'll find out. And so yesterday they sent me a thing saying, okay, well, they approved the process to start doing all this stuff, but they want pictures of it. So I took some pictures of it where it was when you saw it in the video, and now I moved the hour hand away so I could take some more pictures, and that way we could see what they say. So I just wanted to see, let you guys see this watch. Beautiful watch. I think it's worth it. if it gets fixed and I don't have many issues with Timex, then I will recommend this watch. Um, you know, maybe just some of the early ones, because it was like just released when I ordered it. So maybe any of the kinks they might have worked out. That'd be nice to know. Anyhow, so now I need to take some more pictures and send it to Timex. So I have some pictures of where it was when you saw it. Now I'm going to take some more with that hour hand out of the way, and I'll get back with you and let you know what happens, because I love Timex. It's kind of the flex anti-flex. It's the less douchey version in my opinion, because Timex is just wonderful brand, and they've been doing some excellent stuff lately. Of course, yeah, they have their cheap garbage, you know, kind of stuff that you wore when you were in middle school or elementary school, or they have their digital, which I'm not a fan of digital, but I had one in middle school. Then they have your kind of entry-level watches or your beaters. So the entry levels, like your Weekender and stuff like that, great watch. And then one of the best watches they have is the Timex Expedition Scouts with the Indiglow, and just epic watch, just beautiful, you know, little noisy, not as noisy as some of their other ones, because it's brass, but just beautiful dials. My green and gray Scout, I love that watch, but the one issue with those, obviously, that they're quartz, but those ones didn't have crown guards, and I ended up tearing the crown right off after having that watch for 3 or 4 years, and I love that watch. So I found another one, ordered one. So if they just had the quartz ones like that with a crown guard, then it'd be perfect. But the only ones with the Scouts or whatever that have the crown guard are the manual or automatic movements or solar or whatever, the more expensive ones, and it's not quite the same watch. If it was just that same watch with crown guard, it'd be perfect because of the Indiglow. And of course, you don't get that with the manuals. Or anyways, so we'll be doing a lot of Timex stuff and some other brands. But let's see what kind of response we get from Timex. Thanks for joining me, Rob's TV World. Sorry for the long episode, and I'll do some more about these pins and stuff like that. Thanks for checking in. Please subscribe and like. And all right, let's go down this path together, see what we get. See ya.